I don't believe he did.
What do you...
Bullet?
Ever wondered what it takes to be the ultimate marksman? To hold your breath, steady your aim, and take the shot that changes everything? From heart-pounding action to edge-of-your-seat suspense, sniper movies have given us some of the most unforgettable moments in cinema history. Today, we're counting down the 10 most insane sniper movies that will leave you breathless. Let's dive into the action. Number 10, Downrange, 2018. Downrange is a 2018 suspenseful thriller about 6 college students who are stranded on the side of the road after their car tire gets punctured. What starts off as an innocent roadside stop quickly turns into a nightmare when they realize that they have become targets for a mysterious sniper. This movie does a good job of painting the picture of what it's like to be in the shoes of someone being hunted by a trained marksman. It definitely makes us stick with the characters throughout. Killings were gore enough and merciless. Every single innocent lives are killed with no reason. Psychic shows his cruelty in his eyes. It was like a beast's. Plot was well written and really well directed. For 90 minutes the victims are pinned down by the side of a car, while a psychological sniper attempts to pick them off. The benchmark of a good movie is how quickly the time goes in this film. The time flew for me. Number 9, The Wall, 2017. Soldiers from the United States and its allies faced all kinds of threats during the Iraq War. One of them was Juba, an anonymous sniper from the Islamic Army in Iraq, who became a local folk hero in the country after filming many of his kills. In The Wall, director Doug Liman shows Juba in action, and none of the events are pretty to watch. The entire movie revolves around 2 American soldiers taking cover behind a shattered wall as they do their best to avoid getting killed by the infamous sniper. Dread levels remain high in The Wall because of the mysterious and elusive nature of the enemy. There is no happy ending, but as sad as the outcome is, it's also refreshing because it breaks the trend of the American military always coming out on top during battles. Number 8, Enemy at the Gates, 2001. Enemy at the Gates features many nice qualities in a film, such as a memorable music score by James Horner and wonderful acting performances by so many, especially Jude Law and Ed Harris. Based on William Craig's 1973 nonfiction novel Enemy at the Gates, The Battle for Stalingrad, Enemy at the Gates chronicles the adventures of young Russian sniper Vasily during Hitler's invasion of Soviet territory in World War II. There are plenty of exciting sniper versus sniper shootouts between Vasily and Koenig in the ruins of the Russian city of Stalingrad. Both men have a hard time hitting each other because they are just as good at dodging bullets as they are at shooting. The young sniper labors through the entire cat-and-mouse game, and with each lucky break, he comes braver, allowing the final duel to be more exciting.
And Ed Harris. Yes.
Number 7, American Sniper, 2014. Clint Eastwood's American Sniper is not only a great rifleman story but also one of the essential military biographical movies. The central character is the Navy SEAL member Chris Kyle, Bradley Cooper, who managed to kill 255 enemy combatants across 4 tours of duty in Iraq. This made him the deadliest sniper in American history, and the Iraqi insurgents dreaded him so much that they nicknamed him the Devil of Ramadi. American Sniper doesn't aim to tell a balanced story. The villains aren't given a voice. This is simply the celebration of the achievements of a US hero, but rather than make the movie weak, such an approach makes it precise and easier to understand. Additionally, trauma is better addressed here than it is in other military stories. When Kyle is staring at the barbecue back home, all he sees is the horrors of Iraq. He remains patriotic and keeps going back to the battlefield. Number 6, Hyena Road, 2015. In Hyena Road, director Paul Gross offers audiences a rare look into the war experiences of Canadian Armed Forces. After taking out a Taliban member who was planting an IED, a Canadian sniper team finds itself being hunted down by enemy combatants. They seek shelter in the home of a popular village elder, and instead of giving them up, he offers to help them. The film is packed with great pop culture references. In one scene, the characters even discuss the tactics of famous military leaders like Alexander the Great and Napoleon Bonaparte, as they try to figure out how to outmaneuver the enemy. Besides that, it educates audiences about some of the little-known strategies that are employed in terms of.
This is gonna get personal.
Number 5. DC Sniper. 23 Days of Fear is a gripping movie that follows the real-life story of 2 men responsible for a serial killing spree in 2002, which left 10 people dead and 3 others injured throughout the Washington, D.C. area over 3 weeks. The film does an excellent job of highlighting the fear and tension felt by residents as they lived in constant worry of becoming victims to these snipers during this time, while delving into the complex psychological profiles of both shooters. The actors that played Malvo and Muhammad also did very good jobs. They had a great mix of emotion and non-emotion. As soon as they knew they were in trouble, you could just sense that Muhammad knew they were in deep crap and wouldn't be able to escape. This film had super cinematography. This film is able to transcend the fear-mongering and become a reflection of the real world as much as Leibniz's monads. The feel of this movie is very authentic. The acting was good, as was the way that the movie was able to show both sides of the story. Number 4. Battle for Sevastopol, 2015. Battle for Sevastopol is a biographical film about Lyudmila Pavlichenko, a Soviet Red Army sniper who took out 309 German soldiers during the invasion of Russia in World War II. This is a movie worth watching. An exceptional movie. Great acting and filming. It touches you in powerful ways, showing the realities of the war in this fascinating true story. Beautiful film about Lyudmila Pavlichenko, who volunteered to defend her motherland, the USSR, from Nazi invasion, and became the most effective and deadliest female sniper the world has ever seen. Audiences will be drawn by the protagonist's ability to focus despite having to juggle so many issues in her life. Most importantly, Battle for Sevastopol is a feminist theme aiming to remind everyone that women can always be outstanding in tasks that have been traditionally considered manly. Number 3. Shooter, 2007. Shooter is a tale about a patriot who gets used and abused by the government that he swore allegiance to. Mark Wahlberg is an army sniper, one of the best, who is given the assignment of planning but not executing an assassination. That's all I'll say about the plot, because the fun part is writing all the twists and turns that follow. Danny Glover plays his government liaison, while at the top is Ned Beatty playing a questionable senator. Shooter is an adaptation of Stephen Hunter's 1993 novel Point of Impact. Shooter is the kind of movie that's best enjoyed for its action alone, and there is plenty of that. But it also impresses by condemning the lack of appreciation and commendation for military personnel. Overall, Shooter certainly delivers as an entertaining thrill ride that is certainly not dumbed down in the least. If you want an intelligent action film with lots of impressive gunplay and several elaborate, thrilling action sequences to boot, Shooter is right up your alley and will not disappoint. Number 2. Jack Reacher, 2012. Jack Reacher is a 2012 American action thriller film written and directed by Christopher McQuarrie, starring Tom Cruise and based on Lee Child's 2005 novel One Shot. It's all about a former U.S. Army sniper, James Barr, is accused of killing 5 people. Jack Reacher, a former military police officer, takes it upon himself to investigate the case. Drenched with action, mystery, and adrenaline, Jack Reacher is an exciting movie that will keep you on the edge of your seat. It is thrilling, engaging, and fast-paced. Tom Cruise delivers an incredibly stellar performance as the one and only Jack Reacher. Cruise's physicality and on-screen presence elevate the movie, and the well-executed plot twists add an extra layer of intrigue. Jack Reacher is a thrilling ride for fans of the genre, showcasing Cruise's prowess in bringing complex characters to life.
You wanted this.
Number 1. Shot Through the Heart. Shot Through the Heart is an even-tempered, dogged, austere production of people caught in the rift in Sarajevo during the Bosnia War. The film focuses on 2 longtime friends, both expert competitive marksmen, who find themselves as snipers on opposite sides of the conflict. When the war breaks out, Vlado, a Muslim, and Slavko, a Serb, are on opposite sides, and eventually, they will have to face each other. People in Sarajevo used to live peaceful and carefree lives. Now their lives become tragedies, all because of this hideous war. This film tried to put a human face on what was happening in Sarajevo during the war. It certainly did a great job. If you want to know what was happening during the war in Bosnia between 1992 and 1995, this is a film to watch. The sniping scenes give you an adrenaline rush. The anticipation is brutal. And on top of it all is the great acting. You will not be disappointed.